what is the engine that drives a church toward becoming a worshiping people? I believe that the leadership in worship really essentially must begin with a pastor of a congregation. The people of God are called to worship, to know Him, that there might be the preparation, the steps forward to the realization of His purposes in them. Worship accomplishes all the evangel is about, from the liberation to the ongoing process of transformation of people in the way and will of God. When He called Moses, He said, I want these people brought to the mountain of God to learn the pathway of liberty I'm going to bring them into, up and unto my plan for them. That's what we're about as we lead and as we learn that leadership regarding worship. Nothing pollutes worship more than when leadership becomes distracted not only from what it's really about, but becomes distracted from that target on praise to the living God to somehow a preoccupation with ourselves. The subtlety of Satan to this day continues to seek to invade the music department, the worship department of every church. And only a shield of humility and true worship by the worship team, the leadership, can keep it from happening. The church's life and health will be determined by its worship. You cannot take away from that the input and teaching of the Word. But separated, you end up trying to walk the church forward on one leg. The church needs to be well taught, and it needs to be well led into worship, and it needs to be involved in worship. It is no question that the spirit of worship results in evangelism. God set the pace of world evangelism in a worship service, and He'll do the same in yours. He began the spread of the gospel through a people who came before the Lord and sought His face. They were a people of prayer, and they were a people of worship. Dear leader, fellow servant, the passion of my heart as we deal with this series is to so grasp the mindset that is essential to us as leaders that we move quite beside the issues of how do you do worship to how do we think and lead and come to worship. Things being well done isn't for the sake of people being impressed. It's for the sake of them not being distracted or distressed. And when people can be released to enter into the presence of the Lord through leadership in the presence of the Spirit of God, not only will people be shaped who know and love and believe in Him, but people who don't know Him will know He is there.